political race heats up, we here at 502 News have the inside scoop on all three candidates: Brian Walker, the Independent; Natalie Rowland, the Republican; and the current frontrunner, Dakota Allison, the Democratic candidate.
I'm Spencer Cook, and this is Bryce Grinnell, and we are Channel 502 News.
Our first interview today is Brian Walker, the independent candidate whose political stances are the environment, and nobody really knows the rest. Here's Channel 502's own Dominic Perez with the scoop.
All right, we're here with the independent candidate running for presidency, Brian Walker. All right, Brian, my first question is the environment your only platform running?
Oh, of course not. Of course we have other stuff on our agenda. The environment's just number one.
All right. What are your other stances for your platform then?
Well, we're going to implement different pollution standards and trying to work for alternative energy. And by working for alternative energy, we're going to create more jobs and strengthen the economy. And then by implementing pollution standards, it's also going to create jobs making those pollution monitoring devices. And so strengthening the economy is also going to be involved in that.
All right. My second question is, do you happen to know how well you were doing in the polls so far?
No, not per se.
All right. And then my final question. In your campaign video, you released part of it where you punched a tree. Was that a real tree?
It was a fake tree because I didn't want to hurt a real one, and I was making the point that that's what would happen if other candidates, such as Natalie, were elected. So,
Thank you for your time.
thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And taking last place in our most recent polls, we have the Republican candidate Natalie Rowland, who apparently believes that Social Security is a laughing matter.
Okay, I'm here with Natalie, our Republican candidate. So Natalie, do you have any policies to help the environment?
I do. I've put together a team who's researching alternative energy sources. As of right now, I'm not aware that there's any significant difference in... I was going somewhere with that, and I can't remember.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what about education policies?
Like, can you be specific?
Just any policies you have on education.
I haven't developed a specific policy for education yet.
With no plan for education and simple plans for the environment that are already enacted, I do not believe she cares about the future of our planet or the future of our children.
What is your stance on the current tax issues?
I want to develop a two-tax bracket system where anyone who earns a median household income of $100,000 or more per year will have to pay, will have a 28% tax rate, and anything less than that is going to be 15%. So that's like my specific policy that I've developed, because I think once you start lowering taxes, it'll be easier for businesses to start coming up in areas that don't have as many, and that's also going to improve your job market. So once you have companies who are able to employ you, again, you're going to find it easier so that you're able to support a family and make livable wages.
Okay, what about the shrinking middle class? Do you have any plans to help them out?
That tax plan that I just talked about is going to help the shrinking middle class. It'll help bring that back a little bit because more people are going to be earning a sustainable income.
How would you fix the problem of Social Security appearing to be bankrupt eventually? Okay?
The only thing she had to say about Social Security was, with her policies, that is what the people that Social Security is supporting will do.
Okay. All right, so what can you tell us about your bill that you tried to pass in Congress about the death penalty for killing a cop?
I think that we need to support those who are trying to protect us, because once you start showing the police that you don't support them as for the love of all that's good.
Do you really want somebody in the seat of the presidency who gets distracted at a mere dog?
Well, during our mock Congress, I created the bill because I want to support those who are trying to protect us, and I want to make sure that they are going to be safer on the streets, because if you're going to risk your life to try and keep us safe, then I think you deserve a little bit of added protection. because if you show the police that you're not 100% behind them, then they're going to stop doing their job, and eventually you're just not going to have anything left, and no one's going to be able to help you when you're in trouble. And I think it's just better to show them that we're backing them and we want you here and you're doing a good job and we want to keep you safe as well.
And next up, we have the Democratic candidate, Dakota Allison, a bright young girl who understands that the American people need a better education system, tax reform, and to protect their homeland, Mother Earth.
Okay, I'm here with the Democratic candidate for presidency, Dakota Allison. Thank you for your time. I got a few questions. My first question is, what is the platform that you're running on for your campaign?
Education is my priority, as well as a more progressive tax rate and improving the environment.
Alright. Have you received backing from any of the interest groups?
Yes, several actually. Not a common one, the NRA. They donated $5 million to our candidacy because we support a gun policy that's more educational and effective rather than restrictive. Kind of weird for a Democrat, but I'm more of a moderate than I am a raging liberal. We also got funding, all of the funding from the teachers union, as well as the environmentalist group this year of them.
Okay. And you mentioned that education is very important. Why is that?
Everyone needs an opportunity to a great education. It's where you have the first opportunities of your life. It opens doors for you. It determines the rest of your future. Everyone deserves a great opportunity for a great education. It's what determines your future.
And then, so what are some education policies that you would be interested in changing?
Less heavy standardized testing. I think that students are being taught to pass the tests rather than taught for the rest of their lives. I feel like too many teachers don't teach the students a lot of different real world techniques. As well as standardized testing, I feel like teachers should be paid more. I feel like their salary right now is too low and they're not earning enough respect for what they do. What they do is very hard. And I feel like we need more classroom settings rather than just the traditional classroom setting due to different learning styles. A lot of kids are being swept under the rug by the one-size-fits-all mentality.
Alright, and then, is the reason you're running to make a change?
Yeah, I want to make a change. I want to make a positive change for society. I want to change a lot of things, but I also want to improve on what's already there.
And then my final question is, what is your inspiration?
Ever since I was in 4th grade, I wanted to be in politics, and that's when I realized that things can be improved on. Not everything has to be stagnant. Not everything has to be an argument. You can compromise on things, and if you compromise on things, you can get a lot more done.
Well, that's all my questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
We're done, Spencer. You can shut the camera off.
Hang on. Next on our list is UAW President Ron Wines. Here's Madison Henry with the story.
Can you tell us if you have gave any money to any candidates yet?
I have not given any money to any candidates yet. I am still deciding.
You are still deciding?
Yes.
Have you heard from any of them yet?
I've heard from all three of them.
What matters are you considering in this race yet?
Well, you know, the right to work is an issue. I mean, I want everybody to be on the union, to keep the union wages up. I want, you know, everybody to have good working environment. I want, you know, everything the union stands for, you know, good insurance, on and on and on. So that's the concern I have, and also jobs. I don't want things going overseas. I want them here in America, in USA.
And that's what we have for you, Mr. Wines from the UAW.
Thank you for watching Channel 502 News. This is Spencer Cook, signing off.